Good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome to computer online class. How are you doing? I hope everyone is doing good, right? Okay. Today's class is going to be interesting for you. So I'm gonna show you something that excites you. Are you eagerly waiting? Okay, let's see. Today we're gonna start new chapter, that is chapter 2, Formulas in Excel 2013. The most awaited moment has come. See, I'm very happy to introduce our newly furnished computer lab. See, it's ready for use now. Nearly 40 computers are there and internet facilities available. Okay, are you happy now? Yes. So this is our computer lab. So once the school reopens, you can make use of this. Okay, so it's completely ready now. Okay, let's move on to our topic. So in this chapter, we learn about a cell and range references and how to use Excel formulas, AutoSum feature and function library. Okay. In today's class, we will see about cell and range references. Okay. Excel formulas. Okay. In Excel 2013, formulas are written differently from how you write them in mathematics. See, Excel formulas are different from mathematical formulas. Okay, so in maths we might have learned a few formulas, right? So that may be different from our Excel formulas. Okay, so let's see how to write an Excel formula. Always you should start with an equal to sign. While you are writing formulas in Excel, you should start with an equal to sign. And this Excel formula contains values, cell references, functions and operators. See these examples so you can understand better. Okay, so first it starts with equal to sign, right? Then it contains values. See here, this 10, it's a value. So an Excel formula can contain value and cell references. Okay, cell A1 and cell A2, these are cell references. Okay. And functions, what is the function used here? Sum. Similarly, you can use average, difference. Okay, so these functions you can use here. And operators, operators in the sense a plus, minus, right? So this star symbol denotes multiplication. Okay, so similarly other operators also there. So let's see this in detail now. Values. Okay, numeric values will be there, numbers, and string values, that is characters, alphabets. Okay, welcome, hello, these are strings. So this both numeric and string denotes the values. Okay, and next is cell references. So cell B2, cell C2, 3C6, C2E8, A of 37, these are cell references. Okay, so let's see all these types in detail in the next slide. Okay, I'll explain you what is the C2E8, A of 37, what is this denotes, I'll explain in the next slide. Okay, so next is functions. So functions like sum, average, minimum, maximum, count. Okay, so this can be included in an Excel formula. And operators like plus, minus. So the star denotes multiplication and this slash denotes division. Okay, so this is power greater than. Okay, so an Excel formula can contain values, cell references, functions and operators. Okay, cell and range references. Okay, what is a reference? Cell reference or range reference? What is a reference? Reference identifies a cell or a range of cells in a worksheet. So it will identify the particular cell or range of cells. Okay. See this example. I'll explain you now. The cell in column B and row 5. So this alphabets A, B, C, D, E denotes rows or columns. Just recall what or the basics you have learned in Excel. So the top you can see, when you open Excel, at the top you can see A, B, C, D, E, right? So that is the column name. Okay, so that denotes the column. Okay, and in the left side you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that is the row. See the first example, you see the cell in column B and row 5. So first always you should mention the column and then the row. So that is B5. Okay, B5. You should denote this as B5. The range of cells in column C and rows 1 through 15. See, row, it starts from 1 and ends at 15. But the column is C. So, single column and rows from 1 to 15. So, how you should denote this? C1 colon C15. C, it's a column. Okay, so single column, that is column 1. But row differs from 1 to 15. Okay, C1 to 15. The next, the range of cells in row 5 and columns A through E. So only a single row is there, that is row 5, right? So here you can say this row as 5, both 5. But what about the columns? A through E. So A5 colon E5. So here single column, here you can see a single row. Okay. And next example you see all cells in row 10. Okay. So the number denotes, you know very well, that number denotes the column or row, right? So no need to mention the column. Okay, so no need to mention the column separately. Here there is no column, right? So just mention the row alone. 10 colon 10. Okay, and all cells in rows 2 through 4. So there is no column mentioned here and only row 2 through 4. So 2 colon 4. Next example, all cells in column D. That means there is no row. So D colon D. And next example, all cells in column A through C. So here there is no row mentioned, A and C, column A and C. Next, the range of cells in column D through F. So first from column D to column F, the row value changes from 5 through 10. So that means D5 colon F10. Okay, you should mention it this way. Okay. Using formulas. Let's see how to use formulas in Excel. Okay. To enter a formula, first you have to select the cell. See in this example, so test 1, test 2 and test 3 marks are there and we need this total here. Okay. So what we can do, we can type the formula here. Okay. So first you have to select the cell where you want the result. Okay. So you want the addition of, that means the sum of test 1, 2, 3 to be displayed in this box, in this cell, that is in total cell you need. Okay. So first you have to select this cell and then you have to enter the formula in the cell or in the formula bar. There are two ways that you can enter the formula. Either you can type the formula here in the cell or else you can type it in the formula bar. See, this is the formula bar. Okay. So here you can type or else in this cell you can type the formula. Okay. When you finish entering the formula, you need to click this enter button. Okay, or in the enter key to show the result of the formula in the cell. See, after typing the formula in the cell or in the formula bar, you need to click the tick button. See here it is available. This is enter button. Okay, so you can click this button or else you can you can press the enter key in the keyboard. Okay, so that you can see the result of the formula. See, if you give addition, you will get the sum of all these three values. Okay. See the steps how to enter this. So here left side you can see this is the name box. Okay. So the selected cell's name will get displayed here. So here we have selected cell E2. This is column and this is row, right? So E2, cell E2 is selected now. See the green box here. right? So this is the cell reference. The cell reference E2 appears in the name box. Okay. The next step, type equal to. So before typing formulas in Excel, you should start with equal to sign, right? So first you type equal to sign. So there are two ways I said how you can type the formula. Either you can type in the cell, right? So in the cell, or else you can type in the formula bar. Whatever you type in the formula bar will appear, the same value will appear in this cell also. Okay. So after typing equal to, you can select the cell. Okay. So you want to add these three, right? Test 1, test 2 and test 3. So what you can do? You can click this cell first. Okay. Then you can insert plus symbol there. Then you can click 82. Then plus symbol. Then 79. So when you click enter, you will get the result displayed here, 228. So you can either press the enter key or else you can click this enter button. Okay. Then you can see the result of the formula. So first we will see about pointing method. What do you mean by pointing? See, an easier method of adding a cell reference to a formula is to click the cell instead of typing the cell address. See, for example, in the previous example, you want to add three values, right? So instead of typing the cell address, right, C1 plus C2 plus B2, so instead of typing that, you can just click and add that cell. Okay. So this method is called pointing. So what is pointing? So pointing is a method of adding cell reference to a formula. Cell reference is nothing but identifying the cell, right? So click the cell instead of typing the cell address. Okay, that's all. So clicking the cell instead of typing the cell address. This is pointing. Okay, see this example. So test 1, 2, 3 marks should be added and it should be displayed under total. Okay. So first we'll type equal to. Okay, so type equal to and then no need to type B2. So 67 is in the B column and row 2, right? So no need to type B2, C2 and D2. So instead what you can do, so after typing equal to, do not type B2 but click on cell B2. So this is the cell B2, right? So no need to see the cell addresses. Don't worry about that. Okay, just click the cell. Okay, 67. Click this cell. Okay, when you click this, you can see a moving dashed border called mark. Will appear around B2. See, this is mark. Okay, so you can see a border line, right? Dash border. Okay, this is called mark. Okay, so it will appear around this cell. And then now you have to type plus here. Okay, and then you can click the cell C2. Then you can type plus. Then again you can click the cell D2. See. Then you can press enter. You can see the values here. See. B2 plus C2 plus D2. So each cell will have different color boxes. Okay. So this is pointing. So here you can see this. First you have to select the cell E2. When you click that, you can see in the name box you can see E2, right? So then you have to type the formula equal to. So instead of typing B2, you can just select the cell. Cell B2, C2 and D2. Then you can click this enter button. Okay. Or else what you can do? The same steps you can follow, equal to select cell B2, C2 and D2. And then you can click enter key. Okay. You can see the result. When you use a cell or range reference in a formula, you can use three types of references. So three types of references are there. What are they? Relative reference, absolute reference and mixed reference. So the basics of these three references we'll see in this class. Okay, so the detailed explanation with example we'll see in the next class. So first is relative referencing. So in relative referencing, what happens? The row and column references can change. Okay, when you copy a formula from one cell to another cell, this row and column references will change. Okay, see this example, how this relative referencing is denoted. So A2 star A2 star A2. There is no special symbols used. Equal to should be used for all Excel formulas, right? So the star denotes the multiplication. So A2, A2, A2. So that is A2 cube. Okay. So in this cell value, see A2 before A and 2 column and before row, is there any special symbols used? No. Okay. Simply it's represented. Next, you see absolute referencing. Okay. In absolute referencing, the row and column references do not change when you copy the formula. Okay, this is opposite of relative referencing. Okay, so here in absolute referencing, the row and column references do not change. Okay, don't forget it. Relative referencing, the row and column references will change. Okay, it can change. See this example. Before the row and the column, you can see a dollar sign here, right? So this is the way how you should represent the absolute referencing. Okay, before the column C and before the row 1, you can see a dollar sign, right? So this is how you should represent the absolute referencing. Okay. The next is mixed referencing. In mixed referencing, if the row reference is relative, the column reference will be absolute, or vice versa. That means if the row reference is absolute, then the column reference will be relative. Okay. See this example. B $2 star $A3. So this column is relative or absolute now? Yes, very good. B, this column is relative. No special symbols are used. But this row 2, you see, a dollar sign is used. That means it is absolute referencing. So this is mixed. Okay. So both relative and absolute. Okay. Here also you can see before column A you can see this symbol. Right? That means this is absolute. Okay, this column A is absolute and row 3 is no special symbols used. This is relative. Okay, so this is mixed referencing. If the row reference is relative, column will be absolute, or if column will be relative, row will be absolute. Okay, so detailed explanation with examples we will see in the next class. Now let's recall what we have learned in today's class. So we have seen about Excel formulas. The main important thing while you are typing formulas in Excel, you should start with a plus sign or minus sign. No, you should start with an equal to sign. Okay. So the mathematical formulas will be different from the Excel formulas. Okay. Then we have seen the cell and range references. So examples also we have seen. Then how to use Excel formulas. Right. We have seen. Then a pointing method. So instead of typing the cell, you can directly point the cell. So this is pointing. And then 3 types of referencing, that is relative referencing, absolute referencing and mixed referencing, and how to use the formulas we have seen. Okay. Okay dear children, after watching this video, you can check the WhatsApp group. Okay. So I'll send you few question answers from this topic, from the topic that I have taught today. I'll ask you few questions. Okay. You can answer me and you can submit the answers. Okay. So if you have any doubts in this, you can contact me and you can clarify your doubts. Okay, dear children, thank you. Have a great day.